In the past, we have solved most of the agricultural questions through knowledge-embedded technologies. So we have developed technologies that we could give to farmers that they could implement without having to have too much knowledge about it themselves. Hybrid seed, fertilizer, the insecticides, all that, these sorts of things. The knowledge in these technologies is embedded in their production. To solve the problems that we are faced with today in terms of sustainability, in terms of nutrition, in terms of social engagement, we need different types of technologies. We need knowledge-intensive technologies. So the way I see the CG evolving is to become a knowledge broker and to partner very strategically with all of the other organizations that are now also playing in that space. Again, a big difference to what it was like when the CG was first established, and help us to get traction with those knowledge-intensive technologies. Because modern farmers, and be that in the developing or in the developed world, need to have much more than just a technical understanding of agriculture. They need to be good IT managers. They need to understand finance. They need to understand markets. They need to work with human resources. And this is a trend that will not disappear. So the question for me is the CG well enough positioned to take up that challenge as a knowledge broker without losing some of the core elements that it has always been very good at, like the plant breeding, for instance. I think a big comparative advantage of the CG is the existing network that it already has. It's extremely well placed globally to tap into all of those other organizations and the networks, particularly in the developing countries. The fact that the CG has been set up in partnership with the NAS, for instance, is a great strength. What I would expect now is that they use those partnerships to engage with some of those other sectors that have emerged since then much more strongly, like the universities, and help some of the universities, particularly in the developing countries, to educate the next generation in such a way that they can help us to solve those problems.